Would you guys like to start? I can't hear
Hi, welcome to the Cinema1one podcast. Christian and myself. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Christian.
Hi, I'm myself.
Oh, whoops. I had on solo. So you're probably going to hear us, but like...
Hi, welcome to the Cinema1one podcast.
I'm keeping that in.
I'm your host, Mark Wooldridge.
Oh, hi.
Mark Woolworths.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Mark Ruffalo.
And I'm Mark Wahlberg. We are
The Holy Trinity.
the Holy Trinity of Zelda. So
marks.
we're talking about... What are we talking about?
I don't know, films in general.
Oscar lead it, dude.
So we were talking earlier about underrated films.
Yeah.
And I mentioned the fact that I really want to see Avatar 2. James Cameron's Avatar 2, the sequel. Because I saw it when it first came out in the cinema. I actually saw
You
it.
saw Avatar too?
No, I saw Avatar 1.
Oscar saw Avatar 2.
I saw James Cameron's Avatar, the blue,
Two.
the blue pussycat fuck people.
This isn't cats, is it?
They have fucking
I'm pretty
tails.
sure they're called monkeys.
I saw the first one with my dad in the cinemas when it first came out, and I enjoyed it, and my dad really enjoyed it, and went back and saw it twice. Twice after the first. So I saw it basically 3 times in the cinema, and I really genuinely did enjoy it. It was only after I started studying it and studying film in general a bit more that I realized the story sort of falls short a bit. Having said that,
anything from it?
the film,
Yeah.
I do, but only because I studied it to prove that it was a good film. It's not a great film, to be honest. It's not like the best film I've
Dude,
ever seen,
When I watched that film,
but I like it.
That film made me want to become a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Like, it is so amazing as a kid to watch that film and like just see like this new world, and like nothing makes
Yeah.
sense. Like it's the water's falling from thing. I don't even know.
Like Minecraft blocks.
is. But it's great. Like it's just so well. Like it just takes you to this whole world. It's amazing.
It's probably why I did so fucking well as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is that everyone always brings up this thing of like, oh, do you remember anything from Avatar? Do you remember a line? The one actually, I do remember Turuk Makdao.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I always remember those weird things. But so everyone talks about how Avatar made so much fucking money, but can you quote the film? Because like you're supposed to remember anything. I don't know about you. I can't quote Schindler's List. I don't remember what happens in the middle of Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those classic films. Godfather, I can't remember what happens in the middle of Godfather. It's one of those classic films. Everyone reveres it. But for me, it's not like super memorable. I just don't have that sort of connection with it. So why is Avatar so fucking hated on just because it made so much fucking money?
Yeah.
Isn't that the point of entertainment? Entertainment's there to entertain people, but it's a business. It's also there to make money.
It's also it's using the creative tools it has to create the best story it could.
Exactly.
It's like the Titanic, which was also I think it was the highest grossing film before Avatar, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like there's so many things they did in that film that like changed how we make movies.
Yeah.
Where it's like
The miniatures.
the miniatures,
Yeah.
CGI. I think
And I was thinking around that same time as well, Lord of the Rings.
yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Avatar pretty much pushed CG to where it is now, I think. And
Yeah, we
Where
wouldn't be
digital
where
was
we are
incredible.
without CG.
yeah, I mean 3D. They use 3D as well, but that kind of died quickly. But
I will give Avatar praise that it still looks seamless, even though it was made 11 years ago.
came out
Was that 11 years ago?
2010, I think, or 2011.
2009, I thought.
Wow. Okay.
I thought it
No,
was
2008.
no,
no.
2008. It's
No, 2009.
2009 or 2010.
Yeah, and then now we're in 2020.
Yeah, 2009.
Mm.
Yeah, 2009.
I am a walking IMDb.
Can you imagine if they hadn't have come out with Avatar and if James Cameron hadn't pushed for that technology? They used like mocap, CGI. They pulled out all the tricks, right? Can you imagine how the Avengers would have looked without that technology?
Yeah. See, it made. I feel like it just made CG that more recognizable as well. And it's
Definitely.
obviously CG was before Avatar, obviously, but it was very polished in this. I
Yeah.
think.
My big thing is like besides the CG and the technology was great and the story was actually pretty good. It was a little bit cliche, but whatever. But the world building was actually really cool. It was the first sort of film I've seen where, and also, okay, back on, I don't know why everybody hates this film, but then they say, you know, Avatar came out of a time, or came before a time, where there was just like sequel fucking mania. There were sequels to everything. We're on like Terminator 8 or whatever now.
I don't know. Yeah.
So whatever, some bullshit. Transformers fucking 5. We're on, you know,
Making a 6th one now.
6-1.
Oh, I don't know if it's a 6th one or if it's like another Bumblebee film. I don't know.
Oh god, they make a bumble. So they're making so many fucking sequels. But Avatar is a genuine or like original world, original film, but everyone still fucking hates on it.
That brings it back to the point of people want to see more original films in Hollywood, but
When we do
one
it,
likes them when they come out.
yeah.
What are we talking about originally?
James Cameron
James
Avatar.
Cameron and his Avatar.
James Cameron's
I have no idea what the story's going to be.
No, but that's usually what happens when a movie's not released.
Let's pitch it.
Let's pitch.
Avatar 2.
Okay.
Okay. 2009, James Cameron releases Avatar.
Yeah.
1 year after the 2007-8 writers' strike.
Yeah.
Hollywood writers' strike.
Yep.
Avatar was in development. He said he held it off for like 20 years because they didn't have the technology yet to
Fair
produce
enough.
it. So he held it off for 20 years. He kept it in development, which some people debate whether or not that was really worth it. But he waited for the technology anyway.
Yeah.
So Avatar stars actually a Perth boy,
Sam
Worthington from Rockingham, as Jake Sully.
Yep.
Sully? Jake Sully.
Jake Sully.
Well, I think that's how the aliens say it, Jake Sully. But I think his name is actually Jake Sully.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. So
He can't walk.
yeah, so Jake has no legs. Oh, he has legs.
He has legs, but
He can't walk.
He can't walk.
So he's on a ship and he's heading up to an alien planet
To get his legs fixed.
called, what's the fucking planet called?
It's called Pandora. You're not in Kansas anymore. You're in Pandora.
This is Pandora. so he's going up to Pandora to become a blue monkey person.
Yeah.
So that because his legs work.
Because his brother died.
Because his brother died.
Yeah, that's right. His brother died or
Jesus
something like that.
Christ, this film is so fucking sad.
We're only like 5 minutes in.
So his brother's died. He's going up. He's going to be a blue cat person, which is ridiculous because like they spend like millions of dollars to develop this blue alien.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you know what? This guy has no legs and has not trained for this at all. Let's fucking bring him up. And he ends up dismantling the whole fucking organization.
That's true. Yeah.
They would have saved
Yeah.
so much money if they had just said, no, let's keep the cripple back at home. They fucked up.
No, they should have made it so that when he goes into the blue person, he still can't walk.
Yeah.
You know when he's being chased by that black cat thing? He's on a wheelchair. He's rolling down the hill. And this thing's chasing after him. And he does like the flip down the waterfall.
And his wheelchair's the blue person. Like he jumps off and wings come out. He starts flying around.
No, I imagine.
Are we pitching the new Avatar?
Have you seen Mac and Me? It's the film Mac and Me. There's this boy in the wheelchair, disabled boy, who's best friends with an alien. It's like an ET ripoff. And there's this one scene. Actually, I only know this because Paul Rudd plays this every time he goes on, I think, Conan O'Brien. So this boy in this wheelchair is like going down this hill and he randomly just starts picking up fucking speed and then he falls off a cliff and he's like, falling down this cliff. And this alien just pops up and goes, uh-oh. And it's like the alien didn't do fucking anything to stop it. I imagine Jake Sully, blue boy, going down this hill and he's just like, oh, and everyone's looking around just like, that's a fucking waste of money.
That is a good point, though. Like, they sent this guy, and he managed to destroy the entire organization.
Yeah,
and
just
exile the human race off of this planet.
Exactly.
And then falls in love with other blue people.
And not only
monkeys,
but,
other blue monkeys.
Dude,
Talk about cultural appropriation.
He's using like dragons to take out like massive gunship.
Yeah.
And you you put your hair onto the dragons, like fucking them as well.
I don't understand that.
That's not the same as fucking him.
What is
It's not
it
the
then?
same.
It's like a soul bond or something.
Yeah, it's like a soul bond. It's not sex. It's
It's like
a-
connecting the nervous systems.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a soul bond.
So fucking them.
But you could
No,
like
I know. Do
it's
you
like-
soul
that's
bond
like
when
the-
you fuck every time?
Yeah.
that's like the USB port though. Like you can just connect anything onto this planet. Like you wanna talk to some fucking tree? Just connect.
And he puts it in the wrong way. He's like, what the fuck?
Like you wanna
It's more like HDMI.
you wanna go to sleep? Just there you go. You gotta charge your
USB port.
So Jake Sully becomes
Yeah.
a blue person.
yes.
And what's his first mission? He runs for the first time.
He has to infiltrate the blue people
Yeah.
and convince them to leave their spiritual tree so they can annihilate
But
it.
before that, they don't really have any good guards because he fucks and fucking runs everywhere. Like,
Yeah, he just runs.
he just runs out
So
of the building.
his first thing is it's not to go on. Is it to go and contact them? He gets lost in the forest one night,
No, that's right. Yeah, he does.
and these little black dogs just like fucking
And then
try and rip the shit out
the
of him.
woman with the spear gets rid of them.
Yeah, what's her name? I can't
I don't
remember.
know.
Kia. I think it's like Kia.
Kia.
I think it's Kia.
Look up, Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
boys.
so pull it up. Yeah, I think it's Kia. So she rescues him, and then they go back to the tree, and then him
Is that the
and-
big fuck off tree?
yeah, big fucking
Yeah.
tree, and then him and Sigourney Weaver's
Version of it.
blue
Like
monkey.
blue monkey.
Naitari?
Natari?
Natara? I don't think so. Is that it? Really?
Yeah. How do you say that?
Yeah, Neytiri.
Yeah,
Neytiri.
that sounds it.
Yeah, Neytiri. So they go back to the tree, and then well, they can't find the tree originally, right? Like they don't know whether. Oh no, they know where the tree is, but they can't.
Yeah.
Then it's
Can't get into it, maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know.
something like that. And then the army. It's not the army, but these people that have these big fuck off helicopter things. They're like, you know what? We're just gonna fucking blow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
'Cause
just
they're
fuck it
trying to
up.
get unobtainium. God knows.
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium, whatever it does, and there's a big deposit of it.
We can't fucking get it.
Yeah.
Have you so they're mining on another planet, and then I'm guessing processing it and then shipping it back to
I don't
Yeah.
know.
the
It-
fucking
money.
planet.
Dude, it's probably used for
money,
like,
money.
who knows what. It's probably like some Bitcoin thing.
Coin.
Yeah.
It's like
It's probably to help Tom Cruise get out into space.
That's it. SpaceX. the
You heard that,
All
haven't
right,
you? Yeah.
all right. So let's pitch Avatar 2
Yeah.
because there's no script.
Right, let's quickly finish off Avatar 1. They blow up the tree,
So
falls
they blow
over.
up the
He
tree, they
makes.
falls over. They go to another tree. They're obsessed with trees. This other tree, which is like a tendrily tree, and then that's
They're like,
when yeah. So then
going back and forwards.
yeah. So then Jake Sully is that we got to bring the fight to the business people. We got to bring the fight to these fucking business people, and then he goes and he jumps on this giant dragon.
Dude, this is
thing.
a very special dragon. This is like the hardest
It's the
dragon.
Turok
to tame.
Makdal.
How do you know that?
I don't know. I always remember it. It's like the same thing.
Good old
No, it's like the same thing I remember from.
Because they're banshees. They're usually called banshees, right?
Yeah, they're called
Yeah.
banshees. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
banshees. And no,
Dude, this film's actually really cool.
Yeah, the banshee isn't the Turok Makdal. He is the Turok Makdal. So he becomes the shadow rider or whatever.
Yeah.
So he jumps on this fucking thing, takes it back to the tree, and he's just like, I am the Turok Makdal. And everyone's like, oh, we're going to follow you. And then they just do this
Because he
like,
was exiled. He
meditation
was
with the
exiled
tree.
before. He was
Yeah,
exiled
because
from them
he
because
betrayed them.
Because he like called in a fucking airstrike or something.
Yeah, well, like unbeknownst to them, he was working with the people all along. Which no shit, because he's a human in an alien's body. They
Yeah,
should
and
have
he
known that.
just showed up, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, hello.
For all the audio listeners, Mark is taking off his shirt.
It's time to have sex, isn't it?
I think you really misread that the tree swaying thing there, but
Yeah.
Oh, oh
I'm
cute.
not going to get naked with it. Ow!
Oscar can't take his shirt off.
So the blue aliens are at the tree and they're doing this meditating, this like back
they're
and
going
forth
left and
rocking
right,
thing.
left and
They're,
right.
No,
they're
'cause-
soul
left and
bonding
right.
with the tree.
because
with
no,
the planet.
because Jake wants to become a permanent tree monkey.
No, he doesn't want to.
Well, he
He does in the end, but he doesn't want to necessarily.
no, because
guess
he does that for. Oh, that's right. No, that's at the very end. My bad.
Yeah, but that's not his plan. That's just like
No, because
it's-
Have we even got to the
trying-
midpoint yet?
They're trying to
Yeah, we're
save
almost
the
at the end.
doctor. The doctor who's like dying of something. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was-
I thought she was injured.
Shot or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was shot.
Yeah.
So she doesn't become alien person, but she does soul bond, like with the planet.
But then she
Yeah.
dies. Oh, she
Yeah.
becomes part of the planet.
Yeah, sort of like her essence goes.
Do they
into the
always do that
planet.
when they die, or is
I
that something they
No,
do?
I think it's just something that.
Because they're trying to.
Yeah.
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 Maybe they might yeah,
Yeah.
might learn more about that in the other one.
Anyway, so he comes to Turok Makdal, and then the planet Pandora sends a whole bunch of these forest creatures to fuck up the army.
That's it.
And they beat the army, and then they send them back to Earth. But like the whole thing is, they have to organize rocket ships and shit to send them back up to the
That's
planet.
true. And they
Which
take
doesn't
7
really make
years
sense.
to get there.
7 years to get there. So it's like, yeah, sorry, your job's over. 7 years later, how does the alien people not think like, oh, they're going to call backup in 7 years? We are
So-
going to be fucking annihilated.
Avatar 2, they go to Earth to kill them all.
So no, isn't Avatar 2
Oh.
called? Isn't it rumored to be called Return of the Sky People?
Maybe.
Isn't that what it's?
Return of the Sky People?
I don't know.
I think it's good if we don't look this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
make it
Avatar,
up.
Avatar 2,
Got it.
Return of the Sky People. Let's
Okay.
go off that.
So we're gonna pitch this.
Let's do it.
So Sam.
So
Sam
so
Worthington's the lead.
I think we should be pitching it to someone.
Who-
let's
we
just-
need. Should we ring up someone and like pitch it to them?
And dial them into the podcast.
James.
Ring up Maddie.
No, we've got to ring up Amelia. She's the producer.
All right, let's just. Okay.
Can we hook a phone?
So
Yeah,
I think,
Bluetooth phone and everything you can do in here.
Wow.
I can probably just do Bluetooth. Hopefully,
Call
that works.
Amelia. Piss her off.
No,
Call Jack.
Call Jack.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Keep talking. Give me a second.
Okay,
We'll hook this
so
up.
what's culturally relevant? Like, who's leading this attack? Obviously, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is involved with getting this unobtainium
This
stuff.
is Tom Cruise space
This
movie
is
he wants to
Tom
make.
Cruise's
Yeah.
space
What?
movie.
Elon Musk, as of May 2020, is a bit of a shithead. So
Naming his son. Oh, naming his baby. You see that?
no, oh, really? No, I didn't see that.
Okay.
What do you
Look it
got
up
against- What do you got
after.
against Elon Musk?
He dropped his stock prices just by one tweet. It's basically
Oh, yeah.
trading. He's a fucking loose cannon. That's all.
Yeah.
So Avatar 2, are the blue people still? They're still the heroes, right? They're still the good people.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
like
they're
the
good
blue
people. I like the people. We
Right.
like the blue
So-
monkeys.
2009, when it came out, it was sort of commentary on environmentalism and terrorism more than
Yes.
anything. And,
And
do we
taking people's homes.
right terrorism now?
Or
It's still
no,
it's
no,
still
no,
an
no,
issue.
Economical development.
No.
So terrorism at the moment is still an issue, sure.
Yeah.
But it's not on our sort of cultural dais. Nobody's. It's not on the forefront of everybody's.
It's still happening.
It's still happening, sure. But I think environmental now is
That's true, yeah.
Definitely a very big thing. I mean,
After
we're
the
going.
bushfires.
Yeah, after the bushfires.
Yeah.
We're going through a pandemic at the moment.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to do something that specific.
Yeah.
I think environmentalism is a good thing.
So it's a comment on environmentalism. So
yeah.
the Sky People want to build a highway through the wetlands, but of course
Of Pandora.
of Pandora.
I like that. So
They're gonna call it Row 8.
okay, so how about the Sky People? Not the bad Sky People, but there's a good sect of Sky People that have made their homes on. Oh no, Pandora. The atmosphere's killer to them, isn't it?
To humans.
Yeah, to humans.
Yeah, they can't breathe it.
I had a quick brainwave at the moment. What if we
I'd
come
love
up?
a great wave.
What if we come up with an idea? Let's say if they want to climb up a mountain, we roll a d20 to see if they do it or not.
Do you have dice on you?
Hey, I got
Oh
two
my God,
sets
we
of
should
dice.
play Avatar D&D.
Number 2, 3, 4,
I want
5.
to be the Turok Muk. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm a folk hero. For all the audio listeners at home,
Yes.
Mark's plugging in about 30 things into the mixer. I'm not sure what he's doing.
I'm plugging in my phone to the back of the mixer because we want to ring up our friend Jack and pitch to him Avatar
But we
2.
need to set this pitch up first. We need to actually.
Yeah.
So I'm
Sweet.
on RPG forum.
Yep.
And there's this a post from Whitehead, whatever that means. He was a new member when he posted this, but he's now since been banned. He says, "Hi," and this is posted January 21st, 2011.
Right.
Hi, since I'm such a huge fan of James Cameron Avatar movie and setting and soon to be 2 more movies in the series.
Soon to be.
2011.
Dude.
Oh my God.
And he, so basically, there's no RPG at the moment. I think.
There was a Nintendo DS game, if that counts.
Yeah, there were games.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
played it,
Yeah,
dude.
DS games.
Oscar, what are you thinking for
To
the?
start it off, we have a whiteboard behind us. So we can start some.
Is
some
it
drawing
still
up
the
there.
main character?
I would say no. I would say it's the same world, the same setting,
Yeah.
same people. But well, are we pitching? Are we still pitching the second, or are we doing
What
Number
pitching
2.
the second?
Yeah.
I kind of like the RPG idea too. Okay, so let's run this through. So
He's getting his set.
we're gonna do a mind map.
I can dismantle the microphone so you can hold it and walk around.
Okay, blue for Avatar.
Yeah,
Avatar 2. Also, have you noticed they just use the fucking papyrus font for Avatar?
they?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a second.
They just fucking went on to... I think there was an SNL sketch about this with one of the Ryans or whatever. They just did fucking papyrus.
Okay.
They went onto Google, he typed in Avatar, and then did fucking papyrus. So,
My poor microphone.
Avatar 2. So, setting, it's on Pandora, right? Mm-hmm. Pandora. Wait, hang on.
While Oscar writes this, everyone go check out this podcast on the Cinema1one YouTube channel. There will be videos of this.
So, we've been on Pandora already.
Yes.
We've seen Pandora, but we've only seen the jungle and we've only seen the trees, okay?
That's true.
So, in Avatar 2, do we stay in the jungle or do we move somewhere else?
Somewhere else within Pandora, I think.
Pandora.
I want to get to know more about Pandora.
Somewhere else. So, we've seen the mountains, the hanging mountains, the floating mountains made of unobtainium.
Yes.
Do we want to go back to the mountains or do we go to what we haven't seen the ocean?
No,
We go to
exactly.
the
That's what I
ocean.
was thinking. The
So
ocean.
we go to the ocean.
Does Pandora have an ocean?
Or we go to...
A floating ocean,
A
bubbles.
floating ocean.
No, because the water, they do have waterfalls that go down and then go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that it should be set in like a lake, like a really big lake.
A giant lake?
A giant lake.
A giant lake. Okay, so we're in a lake. We like the lake idea. Let's move on.
So, okay, hold on. I got an idea, all right? So the sky people built in the lake to stay secret. Like a secret underground lake base.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oscar's just moving around his headphones.
headphone cord is going to be a bit too short. Oh, is this
I'll try a tripod.
I could.
This one's a bit short.
It is a bit short.
Do you have
Christian's is long. Christian's has a long
Mine is
headphones.
longer, yeah.
Can I
hold
take
on.
yours instead?
Yeah, take mine.
You can have mine then.
Oh god, it's absolutely fuckfest.
Oh, hello.
You have to edit this podcast.
Oh yeah. The first 20 minutes we cut, and the moment we start talking about Avatar 2 and start laughing.
Wheelchair.
What the what? Oh, the wheelchair part. Yeah, it's gonna start there, and I might just do like I don't know, not even a separate one.
Which one? Fuck me. Hang on.
No thanks, but okay.
Yeah, no, thank you. Sorry.
Take that one out. Put that in there.
Mine's the big boy.
Put that in there.
It's got a lot of girth to it.
Yeah.
Alright. I can't hear anything though.
Yeah, might be.
Oh, what? Wait a minute. There you go.
I can hear.
It's a bit brokey uppy. Yeah. That's the.
So is Jake Sully's legs.
Oh.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
This is better. Thank you. Cool. Okay, so can you turn me up a little bit?
Your number.
4? Can you hear me? Yeah, cool.
I mean, can you hear yourself? Is more.
Yeah,
more
no,
question.
good. I like that. It's better.
All right.
Okay, so
Sorry, I just
Pandora.
like half dropped my phone, but it's all good.
Pandora.
Yeah.
We're in the giant lake. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we back again with Jake Sully? Jake Sully is exploring.
He's our
Protagonist.
our hero. He has to be there.
How about this? Jake Sully still has access to the technology and the space shit that's there, and they have made a home base on the warehouse that all the humans left. Right? Well, that's pretty smart. They've made it.
Doesn't work.
I had to put it on my fucking phone. Why don't you?
Oh,
so
sorry.
they've made a base there. Now, while they're in the place, they hear a distress signal, and Jake Sully is like, there are people out there that are in distress. They have this technology. Maybe they're humans.
Okay.
Sky people. Okay. So, what is a mind map? What is basically pitching?
What is that, my map, Oscar?
What is a mind map? Setting. So they're in the
After this brainstorm, we
Old-
should do a story clock because that helps.
Yeah.
It's really
story
handy.
clock.
Yeah, it's really handy. I did it for my writing.
What's story clock?
It's just a clock, like a circle you make, and then
Yeah.
you pinpoint the beginning and end at the top,
Oh.
inside the incident, midpoint at the bottom,
true.
and climax. And you can really sort
like
out
the hero's journey.
the hero's journey exactly.
cool.
But it helps out with pacing.
Okay, cool. So they're in the old base and they hear a distress signal. Okay, so distress signal. Jake Sully sees this distress signal.
Distressing.
The distress signal is coming from a lake. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That way, the Na'vi have to go all the way from their old base to the lake to find this distress signal.
Sure.
While they're there, they meet some new people. New people, okay?
Yeah.
The Na'vi.
Yeah.
Are there different races of Na'vi, you think?
There are.
Maybe there are fish people.
There's like Na'vi that have evolved to breathe underwater.
Like the Zora.
Yeah, a bit like the Zora. Na'vi, fish Na'vi? Okay, so there are fish Na'vi.
There are fish Na'vi.
But there's not like flying Na'vi, you know?
No, because
No.
those are the banshees.
Yeah, but okay, so what I'm saying is maybe there are regular Na'vi, but their creatures that they hook onto are the fish, and they soul bond with the fish, and then they can breathe.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
They don't need to breathe because they're soul bonded.
It's like the car keys. You can
Yeah,
just
yes,
plug
please.
it into your submarine. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, no. Okay, so they hook onto fish.
They hook into fish.
They soul bond with the fish. That way they can go underwater, okay?
Yeah.
It's like underwater banshees. Maybe they even look like a bit like the banshees, but they're
They're
underwater.
banshees, but with
sponsored by Furfies.
Thank you very much. I should have worn my Furphy shirt today.
Oh, damn. Oscar, you driving home, aren't you?
Yeah, I do. So I'll soul bond with my car. So
whatever that means.
fuck the tailpipe. So
Yeah.
in the lake, the new people live. Okay, these
Yep.
new people soul bond with the fish, and that way they can swim underwater. And
Is it like the
underwater.
Like is it like a boat or like a submarine? Like they're soul bonding with the submarine, like so they can breathe underwater. As well?
I see it. Well, not like they don't like go in the submarine, but they like hook onto the back, and they soul bond, and then they don't have to breathe because the fish breathes for them,
Right. Okay.
or they hold their breath at least for a very long time.
It's like they use like some plant like gillyweed.
Yeah, killyweed. Yeah.
I was also wondering, is there like a black market here as well?
Well, like an underwater market.
Maybe, yeah. No, a black market, just an underwater market.
Well, I assume. Okay, so these
It's
fish
like the
people.
Gungan city.
I was gonna get to that. So there's a lake, okay, and there's an underwater city with bubbles, and these people live in these bubbles. They go in and out,
So they can
and
go-
they're fucking Gungans.
So they can breathe out of water as well.
Yeah,
Okay. So we could
Jar Jar Sully.
no.
Jar
No.
It's like Jar Jar being from Star Wars, my favorite character.
Oh my god, you know Jar Jar too?
Yeah.
I love Jar Jar. Jar Jar real smooth.
But like, what is this like the Na'vi or are they humans?
No,
Because the distress signals from humans, right?
maybe the humans are kidnapped by the Na'vi.
The humans are.
We've seen good Na'vi, but we haven't seen bad Na'vi.
Dude, Mr. Sully's brother.
Mr. What? No, that doesn't work.
Jack Sully's brother.
Yeah, he
Oh,
never
the dead
died.
brother?
He never died.
Oh.
And he's the enemy. Maybe he's a villain.
No.
How did he die in the first one?
Dude,
I don't know. I think he went bye-bye.
I don't know. But he.
Maybe we should look that up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But he's part of the researching team. He was like the first wave of dudes, and they kind of just became like.
His sister. Not the brother, his sister.
Oh.
Right.
Older? Younger sister?
I don't know. So Jake Sully's brother is in the bubble underwater,
Right.
kidnapped by the people, and Jake Sully has to fight these new people.
Yep. To save his brother.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Sully.
Right.
Is who?
Jar Jar Sully. That's Jake Sully. But
Okay.
when he's underwater, he's Jar Jar Sully.
Okay.
And Jar Jar Sully has to fight the new people
Sure.
just to get his brother back, right?
Yep.
They have these underwater fights, pachoo. And while he's underwater there, okay, he has to use his original people, OG people, and they have to fight, and he has to work with the OG people and the humans. And the humans to fight back the new people, because the new people are evil. They're bad.
Okay.
Well, they're not necessarily evil, but they're bad. They haven't had much interaction with humans like the OG people have. The OG people have seen bad humans, but they've also seen good people.
That's true.
So, yeah, thank you. So, they are more welcoming, more open-minded. Jake Sully, Jar Jar Sully, works with the OG people who are quite kind, but also combative, in order to fight the new people.
Sure.
And he has to fight underwater. And when he's underwater, he jumps on the biggest fish, which maybe looks like a shark or a giant manta ray or something.
It's like Aquaman.
It's like the big banshee, but it's the big fish.
It's like a big underwater fish banshee.
Right.
Recreate the exact same scene with the banshee, but with
Yeah.
fish.
So
And he becomes the
Tukmak fish boy.
the Tukmak fish boy. I'm the Turukmak down the Tukmak fish boy.
It's like a giant barracuda.
So what do we think? So let's do this
Story-
I'm the
story
white side of
clock?
this stuff. Let's do a story clock.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to remember all this? Yep.
Huh?
We're going to remember all that.
Yeah, I'll
We
just,
write
I'll
down.
just make a bit of space over here, okay?
Sure.
Put some of this stuff here. So, story clock.
Keep going. Okay, you can't.
So, story clock.
I was going to say use the black one's really good.
Fuck, sorry. What's blue? It's blue for avatars.
I mean, yeah, but you can't really see it.
It's true. Yeah.
My poor whiteboard.
It's been abused, isn't it?
You're abusing everything. My podcast set this, everything. Finally, can use some use. God.
What, your bedroom doesn't get much use?
I'll get some plenty of use. Not about you guys, though.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Thank God.
Jack and I do some weird shit.
Huh?
What?
Okay.
All right, begin. Story
Ready,
clock.
boys?
Do you know how to do it?
No, you got to tell me.
So make a circle just in the middle.
I'll write it down. Well, why don't you take over for this portion?
Sure. I'm not as fast of a writer as you,
That's fine.
but keep talking.
You're probably a better writer than me. Yeah, you take over. We'll just swap positions.
I mean, he'll get it done.
Get her, dude.
This is your beer here.
Nice. You still recording, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still recording. I recorded a few on there as well. Story clock. Story clock is simply a circle in the middle, and then we've got the 4 main points here.
Right.
Beginnings, intro.
Isn't that the Zodiac Killer?
Yeah, pretty much. The inciting incident. So what kind of starts the story?
So the distress
Signal.
signal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
We got to
midpoint.
remember that the first Avatar was like 4 hours long.
Was it?
It was a
I thought it
lot.
was like 2
It
hours.
was like 3 hours at least.
your light?
Was it?
Was
Did
it-
I just blow your fucking light?
Turn it on? No, you probably did. It's the old one anyway.
Shit.
All right. And then we got Avatar. Avatar 2.
Yeah.
So where were we again? Intro. How do we start? Just a few years later? Like, how many years?
Hang on. Let me do something. I want to oh fuck.
What are you
I
doing?
want to put a light on there.
Oh, okay.
I've got a light in my bag.
Good luck. You can turn those. I didn't even put an R there. Whoops.
When does it get? Oh, there you go.
That's better.
Yeah,
Good job, Oscar. That's nice. Avatar 2, intro. So it'll be how many years?
reflecting a bit on the camera?
No, it's fine.
No.
It look.
Oh my god,
You don't
what
have
the
the
fuck have you done, Oscar,
You don't
here?
have the 3-point light this.
Yeah, shit.
We need backlight. Give us some backlight. Graham's gonna kill us. So
Okay,
how many
so-
years was it after?
I don't even think it has to be that many years after, because where else would the humans come from if those humans are not
Let's go there
part
and
of the
back.
original
Well, I
expectation?
think
expedition.
that the humans should call in an army of humans to have a grand battle at the end.
Beer, please. Thank you.
So, Jake Sully and his gang are hanging out at the old base. Their sacred tree isn't really a home for them. It's just
No.
like a big church. So they have to live somewhere.
Yeah.
So they decide to live at the old base.
Yeah.
So the Na'vi that he was living with have sort of adapted to human technology,
Sorry about that. The door's a bit
adapted to
slammy.
using science as well as their connection with nature.
Yeah.
So they're living in this old army base.
Yep.
While there, Jake Sully is, or one of the Na'vis who is pretty good at computers, gets a distress signal.
Yep.
Gets a blip out off the map. I
Okay.
haven't
Distress
seen.
signal would be the inciting incident.
It's definitely a yeah. So you do the 3 points. So it's a distress signal from off the map. Jake Sully decides that he wants to go and find out where it's from. Okay, so how about this? In between the intro and the inciting incident,
Yeah.
he needs some reason. He needs something that's gonna make him go off and find this distress signal rather than
Maybe he's
stay
really
home with a happy
fucking
home.
bored. He just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's just fucking bored. Or maybe he's at this base and his wife, what's her name? What do we find out her name was?
However you say it.
Neytiri. So he's there with his wife Neytiri at the army base, and maybe they've got a kid or whatever. But Neytiri wants to be out in the jungle, and Neytiri wants to explore, and she's getting cooped up. No, Neytiri is bored, not Jake.
Jake's bored.
So Jake is like, we can make a life here. You know, we've got a kid on the way. Neytiri is pregnant. That
Yeah.
sets up the stakes, right? Neytiri's gonna have a kid.
They use the soul bond to reproduce.
Yeah, to fuck.
Do we find out?
How are babies born? I think about me.
Yeah, well, how long does it take? Do they grow in their belly or do they
It's
grow
6 years.
to grow?
It takes 6 years to have a kid.
And this is
Yeah, I don't
how
know.
long is this after?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Imagine if the kid comes out with no legs.
Maybe
Oh
she
my
was
God.
pregnant before she met Jake and she just said it was yours.
Ooh. Yeah, wow, what a trap.
Yeah, at the end.
So Neytiri's fucking bored. So Jake is like, well, this
Fucking
is a
bored.
good example. This is a good excuse. We're gonna go off and explore the jungle, and it's a good reason for me to explore. But Jake is
spelled that wrong, by the way.
like pregnant. Jake
Pregnant,
is scared that the kid's gonna get damaged. So the inciting incident, distress signal. Then they go off and they explore the jungle. Some mishaps happen on the way. What is M?
Midpoint.
Midpoint.
So some big change in the story.
Okay.
Usually that would be like they would find
Yeah. So they
even like around here even before it.
and C is climax.
Climax, yes.
So
Midpoint, they would like find the underwater area and the humans are probably
yeah. So I think so.
coming
So
up to it.
So the midpoint is so after the inciting incident, they go searching through the jungle. They find the point of where this distress signal is, but it's just a giant fucking lake. And they're like, where the fuck is the lake? So this is before the midpoint.
Yeah.
What are the humans that are introduced? What does that mean?
Well, just we need to introduce the humans.
Yeah,
Where would you introduce them?
I would do that maybe at the midpoint.
Okay.
Because that's when you find out that the humans are like being kidnapped or whatever.
Yeah. Don't point that at my eyes, but yes.
Sure. So, they search through the jungle. They find a giant lake, and then they're like, "How the fuck are we gonna get down to this giant lake?" And then they randomly find a young Navi along the shores, and he's like fishing, or he's walking, or he's climbing a tree or whatever, and he's a scout. And they're like, "How the fuck do we get down to your village?" And the Navi is like, "Ooh, watch me!" And he jumps off into the lake, soul bonds with a fish, and then swims down. And they're like, "How do we do this shit?" So they jump down, they find a fish, they soul bond with him, and they swim down, like the other guys have been shown. And it's all magical, and James Cameron can have his like, ooh, underwater fucking world. He loves that shit. James Cameron fucking froths that shit.
It's
So-
an establishing wide shot, but it's like it's underwater.
Yeah.
It was fishy. Got it.
Yeah. So they go down. So that second little point would be they find so I guess the midpoint would be the midpoint. No, that little dot there would be that they find the underwater world. They're introduced to the Na'vi that live there, but they get a weird vibe where the Na'vi are like inviting, because the Na'vi are like all brothers and sisters, you know, and they're all friends, and they got to like be close to each other and all, because they're all soul bonded through the same world, the same fucking tree or whatever the shit. But these people that live underwater are quite hostile to insiders, and maybe the little kid, the girl or whatever that brings them down underwater, maybe she's punished by the leader, or maybe even
Spanked.
killed by the leader.
Maybe. Whipped.
Punished in some way.
Yeah.
So then the midpoint, Jake Sully is like, I don't really like this place. I can't sleep. I'm going to go for a walk. In the middle of the night, he goes for a walk. He hears this sound, which is like distinctly human, and it's like music from the human world. It's like Sandstorm, Darude Sandstorm. Here's fucking Darude Sandstorm, and he's just like, I'm going to go see a party. And then he goes in and he finds this room, and there's this human guy. There's just this guy, this fucking human, and he is there, and he's got like a gas mask on his face or something, and he's listening to this music, And this guy's just like bopping away, and he's just like, "Oh my god, you're a human." And the human's like, "Oh yeah, I am." And Jake's like, "I used to be human. That's fucking mad, dog. That's fucking crazy." So then this captain is like a drunk, and Jake realizes that this captain is so fucking drunk because he feels ashamed for what he's done. And throughout this conversation, this captain reveals to him, or maybe even just shows him, that the humans are being kidnapped. It's quite a big midpoint. Maybe we cut out the captain.
I mean, this is a feature film we're talking about. We're not talking about short films.
Okay, fine, feature film.
It's a feature film. This works.
So this drunk captain realizes that he has somehow betrayed the other humans so that he can have a lavish little hotel room in this underwater castle, whereas his other humans are trapped in the underwater prison. So Jake goes and he sees the underwater humans. The underwater humans they're in their own little prison, their own little air bubble, and they've been kept there. And Jake Sully says, "This isn't right. We've got to help these people. You can come back and live at our base, but we've got to get you out of here." And then Jake gets clonked on the back of the head out of nowhere, and it's
Some of the short film is great.
yeah, gets clonked on the back of the head out of nowhere, and it's the Na'vi underwater Na'vi king or some underwater person.
It's Jar Jar Binks.
It's Jar Jar Binks. So Jar Jar Binks come and clonks Jake Sully on the back of the head.
By Jar
Jar.
No, it's just like the king, the underwater Na'vi king.
The underwater Na'vi king clonks him on the back of the head.
Jar Jar Binks.
Named Jar Jar Binks. Clonks him on the back of the head, and then he's taken away. And then Jake Sully is like taken into the main throne room and interrogated. And Neytiri's all like, "Jake Sully, what did you do? Why did you do this?"
Because they're French for some reason.
Yeah. These are our brothers. Why have you insulted our brothers and sisters? You know. And then Jake Sully's like, "Neytiri, they've kidnapped humans. They're bad people.
They're bad.
They're bad. They're bad. Is that a good Jar Jar impression? They're bad. Anyway, so Jake Sully convinces Neytiri that they have to rescue the humans, and then somebody else talk. What happens? Mark?
And then they have to convince that the humans have to be saved, in which... where were they again? They were with...
So Jake Sully has found the humans and
Yes.
then is taken into the Jar Jar, taken into the throne room, and basically accused of like betraying his brothers. And the king is like, "Oh, you were a human. You're betraying your kind." And then he's just like, "I'm not betraying my kind. I'm doing what's right," because he's such a fucking Boy Scout.
Yeah. Because I was with them. Well, they did bad, but they shouldn't be punished. like
Yeah,
this.
not all humans are bad just because they're pale skinned.
And then at the end, we go into politics, in which everyone has to be accused in court of law.
Third act, bum bum.
That act it's just a few good men. It's just a few good men.
It's a few good men. Oh fuck yeah!
I want the truth.
So Tom Cruise, but it's just Tom Cruise in blue paint. Blue face paint comes out. It's just Tom
He's
Cruise.
holding his breath the whole time.
Yeah. And you know what? He gets the Oscar for it.
Who is it? Who's the guy who plays the other one in Figure Men? The other dog.
Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't handle the truth.
Jack-
You can't. And then just them two talking. Jar Jar's played by Jack Nicholson.
Sam Worthington didn't sign on, so Jack Nicholson plays the role of Jake Sully.
The casting choice of it. Well, he is older though, so maybe.
It'd work, I think.
Go to there, confronted by in the throne room by the king or the leader, whatever it is.
So then Jake Sully
Goes,
works with his people who are in the underwater castle. His OG people, not the underwater Navis.
Yeah.
He works with
we gotta do this alone.
Yeah, with the jungle people. He's like, we got to kidnap these people.
Maybe the climax, maybe like getting into the third act, or most of the third act, is just a Mission Impossible stakes in which they try and get him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
becoming a Mission Impossible heist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Instead of heist, it's getting him out.
And then they come
Change
out.
the genre.
So in the end, in the climax, so they rescue these humans, and then like maybe one or two of them die. That's fine.
Yeah,
Maybe
same.
Neytiri dies. One of them dies. The king dies. Okay, the king of the fish Na'vi dies. But in his last words, he realizes like maybe these humans aren't so bad after all. You know, I accuse you of not working with us as brothers, but I haven't worked with you as brothers. You know, I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Well, unless a human tries to save the king, and he's like, maybe he's not so bad after, and then dies.
Yeah, a human saves his life or something, but then he just dies anyway.
The first one as well, like the guy trusts him and then he dies. Like there needs to
Yeah,
be,
true.
Like he figures out that he trusts him.
If you can hear Christian, he's talking.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the camera. Hi.
Classic.
The worst cinematography ever for this, but whatever.
I've seen worse.
So the guy is he's trusted with, you know, they finally trust him, like the two clans trust, and then the leader of the clan dies.
Okay.
Because they
Isn't
find
that what we just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
so he finally trusts the human, but then the leader of the clan dies anyway.
Rescue as human, leader of the clan dies. Leader of the clan.
Jake gets the humans out,
Nice.
and then after swimming to the top of the lake, he sees the human army that has come back after 12 years. 12 years. Humans have come back, and then they have to all fight together to defeat the humans.
Turns his friends.
It's always fight scenes, isn't it? Why can't we just have a courtroom drama set on Pandora?
That'd be number 3. That's
number 3.
This one isn't a fight. This one's a Mission Impossible style heist.
Yeah, I like it.
Returns the friends on a Mission Impossible. I'll just go Mish Possible.
Heist.
Goes somewhat well. Goes what well. And then the climax, they rescued most of the humans, but then the leader of the clan dies.
Yep. How do we end this?
Cliffhanger or not?
Well, no, I think.
No, it can't be cliffhanger because it might be in development for another fucking 19 years.
Yeah, we gotta wait 7 years.
11
before
years.
this one. It's gotta be like some sort of cliffhanger, I think.
Has to be a cliffhanger. No.
Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't like anything that ends in a cliffhanger because there's no promise that another one will be.
No, yeah.
That's true.
Then again, we are James Cameron. Climax, rescue most humans, leader of the clan dies. Maybe they escape the water area.
Yeah, they make their way to the surface of the water. They soul bond with fish again because this lake is fucking deep.
Yeah.
They soul bond with some more fish and they get to the top of the water.
Dude, the drunken pilot guy becomes a blue monkey as well.
Well,
No, but he doesn't have an avatar.
yeah, that's such an old trick. No, maybe the drunken guy helps them get out, right? And they get to
Make
the
their way
top
to
of the
land /sky/oxygen.
Yeah. Well, there's no oxygen on the planet. That's why humans can't
course.
breathe it. So anyway, so they get to the top of the water, and they get onto like a boat because they're like these little like fishing barges. Like the Na'vi up top have used them because they want to get some air or whatever the fuck. And they're going along in this lake, and then they hit a iceberg, and then boom, it's Titanic 2.
Make the way to the land.
We killed two of.
So yeah, make the way up to the surface. Make the way up to the surface, in which they then go onto the boat look like the Titanic.
And then a Turuk Makdal comes and saves them. The Turuk.
I think this is a lazy ending. I think we have to.
Yeah, there's not a good ending.
No.
No.
We need a better ending.
I
gotta leave
They
in
go to a
15 minutes, by the way.
plane. I do.
Yeah, I'm selling something in my house at
Oh, nice.
4:30, so I have to be back.
Drums.
home. No, I sold them ages ago. Actually, I'm
Nice.
selling my gym kit.
All
I
right.
got like a power towel
Are you
thing.
selling the tour towel?
The Turuk Makdal. Okay, you two work out an ending. I'm gonna look out what's actually happening in Avatar 2.
Sure. Ending, make the way to the land, make the way to the surface, in which...
Ocean man, take me by the hand.
Do we want a happy ending? Do we want Jar Jar or Jake's wife to have the baby?
She should have the baby. Yeah.
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 And she's like, oh my God, my water's broke. And then, even though there's like it's water there, and then
I can't.
then has baby on the water. But the cliffhanger is the baby looks nothing like Jake or Jar Jar.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then he's like,
It's purple, not blue.
and then no, it's purple, not blue, right? And then number 3 is the whole story of him trying to figure out who it is in the end of the number 3 is you realize he's colorblind. And then Jake's wife has baby. It's not Jake's. Boom.
There you go.
This is the story clock of Avatar 2, created by Christian Rudd, Oscar Hannington, and Mark Woodridge. Going to quickly read it out. The start of the film, we begin with the Na'vi alive at the old army base, is making shelter and whatnot. Through it all, we meet Jake's wife, who is very bored, very fucking bored, and is pregnant. Shit happens. We don't know. We'll fill it in. And then inside the incident, they find a distress signal from off map, and then they decide to go into the search, in which Jake's wife joins because she's bored as fuck. It's like True Lies. They search the jungle. They find the lake and a girl whose soul bonds with a fishy, and then they introduce to the Na'vi underwater city and whatnot, and then they're a bit hostile and everything. Get to the midpoint. Jake at night, because he can't sleep, hears Darude Sandstorm in the distance and finds humans, finding out that the humans are prisoners taken by these underwater people.
But they have a radio, even though they're prisoners. They're allowed a radio.
Yeah, like in Age of Ultron, where Black Widow is like with Morse code. Next, he returns. He's kidnapped, finds humans, prisoners. Does he get kidnapped? Because we said he gets bonked on the head, but then
he doesn't necessarily get kidnapped. He gets bonked on the head and then taken to trial.
Taking the trial, we'll fill that in there. But then he returns to his friends, and they go into a Mission Impossible heist.
Yeah,
it goes somewhat well. In which the climax, most of the humans survived. Some sort of died. We don't care. But then the leader of the clan dies, and you're like, no. And then they're like, fuck, let's get out of here. So they grab all their friends, family, everything they need.
Yep.
Go up to the surface. They finally get to the surface, and they're like, we made it. Let's go home. And then Jake's wife, he's like, I'm pregnant. Oh no, he's coming. Has the baby, but the baby is not Jake's. It looks nothing like him. It's not blue. It's green. Cliffhanger to number 3.
There you go.
And for the short one for number 3, before you finish, Christian, it will be about the child, Jake trying to find the child's father. At the end of the film, we realise he's just colourblind.
There you go. I think
I like
we've
it.
done most of James Cameron's work.
Yes.
So I think we're ready to pitch this.
Okay. So
Quickly
having
pitch
said
it.
that, I'm going to leave soon. So let's maybe pitch it another time. Or maybe we can do that tomorrow. Let's just all join. How about we all join on class tomorrow?
What?
Pitch it to Matt.
Yeah.
Pitch it in writing class tomorrow.
Okay. So I found an article on digitalspy.com about Avatar 2. It's like this whole conclusive thing. Avatar 2 plot, back to Pandora. I'll read this whole thing. James Cameron has teased some details of the plot of Avatar 2 in the year since the first movie, which will deal with familial and imprisonment. So we were pretty close.
Wow.
Yeah, we were.
Themes. The filmmaker's also been keen to point out that films can all stand on their own, just in case one of the 3 people haven't seen the original. So
Interesting.
it's not a cliffhanger, it's a standalone. Each movie is blah, 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 blah. Okay. Set several years after the events of Avatar, Sully is now chieftain and Neytiri high priestess of their clan, although events will apparently focus on their children.
Oh, my.
Yeah. We hear they'll also be journeying beyond the forest of Pandora into underwater and volcanic environments that Cameron promises will make you shit yourself with your mouth wide open.
Why shit yourself?
That's a direct comment.
Okay.
Fox presentation at Cinema1one 20 that water plays a huge part in the movie. To really capture the importance of water, Avatar 2 will film its motion capture scenes underwater. It's never been done before, and it's very tricky because our motion capture system, like most motion capture systems, is what they call optical bay. So they're filming it all underwater, but they're still doing mocap. Oh my God.
That's going to be a pain.
So they don't have anything. They don't have anything else about the plot. It's all about technologically shitting me.
We got some of the themes, I think.
Oh, hang on. There will also be. Hang on. Not only is Lang somehow back as the dead Colonel Mars. Oh, so Lang is back, At the center of each of our 4 movies will be the Sully family. Each sequel plays a standalone movie. Each movie's story will come to its own conclusion. However, when looked at as a whole, the journey across all 4 movies will create an even larger connected epic saga for audiences around the world. Oh, God, whatever. Who gives a shit? There will also be a time jump between the movies to almost match the delay between them, as Cameron has confirmed Jake and Neytiri have an 8-year-old daughter together. So we were a bit early.
Yeah.
While teasing that Worthington had to go to some dark places for Avatar 2 and 3.
What do you mean?
I don't know what that means.
As an actor, like you had to go to some dark places as an actor, psychologically.
so.
It wasn't very bright.
No, maybe the lighting wasn't that bright.
They said, as to the movie's appearance, Cameron promised that they will be so advanced you just won't be able to imagine what they're going to look like.
But maybe you
fuck?
can.
So basically, we got the underwater part right.
Yeah.
They talked about imprisonment.
Yeah, we got kind of that right. Maybe
That's pretty good.
The child, a bit of a right as well.
That's pretty good. We got pretty close.
Yeah, we did.
We got very close.
See, anyone can make Avatar James Cameron, you piece of shit.
We're just as good as James Cameron.
Yeah.
Better even.
Yeah, we're nicer.
Is James Cameron a dick?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh,
He's a bit of a
fuck.
cunt. Because that's why Terminator Dark Fate wasn't that great.
Never even watched that piece of shit.
I never watched it either, but the director, David Leitch, was like, I want to do this, but James Cameron wouldn't let me, so I wouldn't work with him again.
Well, the director of this is John Landau.
Oh,
Of Avatar 2 is John
I
Landau.
thought Cameron was doing it.
No, John Landau's directing Avatar 2. I think he's producing. He's like it's his IP, so he's producing. But John, what does John Landau do?
I have no idea. It sounds familiar.
He does sound familiar.
Anyway, did you have to head off now, Oscar?
No, I got 10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes? Okay, cool. Quitty pitch for 10 minutes?
Quickly call Jack.
Yep.
This will be good.
Hello.
Hey, Jack, it's Oscar. Obviously, you know this.
Hey, Oscar, how you going?
Hey, do you have a quick second to
Yeah.
talk?
Yeah, no worries.
All right, great. Welcome to the Cinema1one podcast. I'm here joined with Mark Woolridge.
Hello.
And Christian Rudd.
Hey, how you going?
We're just working on we're actually just working on a film at the moment, sort of independent picture, and we're wondering if we wanted to pitch for you to come on as a crew member.
Yeah, no
We're
worries.
sort of open space at the moment. We're looking sort of well, it's mostly a digital production. Maybe on the camera crew because we've got some new technology we need to get our head around. Anyway, it's James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Okay. Yep.
The story is centered around. Let me just run this through the story, basically. So we start off with Jake Sully. He is living with the Na'vi people in the old base, finds a distress signal, leads him to an underwater world. This underwater world is
Yep.
inhabited by some underwater Na'vi. They've kidnapped some humans, his old friends. Okay, he goes on a Mission Impossible style mission to rescue them. And we'll leave the climax to the end. We don't want to spoil it for everybody. How would you feel about coming on and working for us with James Cameron's Avatar 2?
Oh man, sounds like a great opportunity.
Yeah, we thought so too.
Sweet.
Would you?
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of creative sort of input you would like to push forward? Is there anything you would like to see out of this production?
For I don't know, maybe make the avatars green this time. I feel blue.
Green.
Kind of went. Yeah,
You know, we didn't think about that.
No.
It's always good to have a
maybe
fresh.
they've evolved.
Yeah, maybe they got fins or anything or something.
Yeah. Ooh,
Whoa! Oh my
could
god.
be. Or what if they've like evolved? You know how they were like humanoid. What
Yeah.
if they've evolved into like whales or something like that, and they swim in the ocean?
Holy shit, that's good.
Mm.
This is
Big
why it's
fat
always
people.
good to have more heads than one.
Yeah. Even though there's 3 of us, we
Yeah.
couldn't do this.
Anyway, Jack, you sound busy. We'll let you go. Thank you so much for
All right.
joining the call for a minute.
Thank
We'll
you.
let you know when we get into the pre-production phase of James Cameron's Avatar 2. At the moment, we're still doing a bit of script development, but when we have an opportunity, we'll let you know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Catch you later. See ya.
Hey, Beck. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I didn't call you at a bad time or anything, did I?
No, it's all good.
Cool. Have you got a second to chat? A couple of minutes?
Yep.
All right, cool. I just wanted to see if I'm sort of working on this film independent of everything. We're shooting a little bit later, so it shouldn't clash with too much TAFE stuff. I wanted to see if you maybe wanted to come on and work maybe in the sound department, maybe in the art department, just whatever, on this film I'm working on.
Yeah, sure. I'm
Yeah.
down for that.
Cool. So it's James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Welcome to the Cinema1one podcast, everyone. My name is Mark Woodridge, and today I'm joined with Christian Rudd. Hello, Christian, and
You guys are
Oscar
assholes.
and Oscar Hannington.
Beck, you've been caught in a classic Cinema1 podcast prank.
Ah, what a pity.
You've been reeled in hook, line, and sinker. You silly little bitch.
So, talking about hook, line, sinker, Avatar 2.
So Avatar 2, we've decided to write up a script for it, and we're going to be pitching it to James Cameron. We're pretty confident that he will be keen for it at least.
I can't believe I fell for this.
We're looking for an initial investment of $800 million. So the story revolves. Let's just get into the story really quickly.
We have a chart up
We
here.
won't spoil anything too much, but it stars Jake Sully, as you'll know, the hero of Avatar 1. He's moved on with his life. He's got a family. He's got a wife. He's got some kids. But, plot twist, there's a distress signal from the other side of the planet. It's some humans that he didn't know were on Pandora. You remember Pandora? You remember Avatar 1, don't you?
Yeah, the bracelet place. Yeah, that place is great.
Okay, look, that was a test, I've got to be honest, and you've already failed it. If you're not down with James Cameron's Pandora, how were you expected to work on this production?
Storyline to that, like seriously, it was
We've
just
talked
blue
about this
people
all
and a tree,
podcast.
and then people fuck the tree.
Yeah, I told you, people fuck the tree.
Dude,
I told you, Oscar.
It's the USB port, man.
So look,
I told you they fucked the tree.
in this modern climate, we're really trying to move away from tree fucking. Now, Avatar 2, it's all underwater. It's all underwater worlds. They're fucking fish these days. Okay? Jake Sully comes about. He's got his braids. Maybe he's got dreadlocks. He's underwater and he fucks the fish. How do you feel about that?
Is it still with the hair though?
2018 did really well. Was 2018? 2018 did. Oh god. Oh no. Liam's calling me back.
Oh, no.
Can I hang on? Sorry, I'm getting a call from Liam at the moment. Do you mind holding for a minute, Rebecca?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Hey, Rebecca, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, sorry, Liam hung up on me. Just, Mark, can you send him a text? Hang on, I'll just send him a text quickly.
Okay.
So, Mark, could you run through with Rebecca the story idea for Avatar 2?
Like the entire story? Or
Yeah, just the
just the parts of it?
plot points.
Okay.
James Cameron's Avatar 2.
James Cameron's Avatar 2
James
begins a few years after Avatar 1, in which Jake, the main character, has a wife. His wife's pregnant, but her wife's very bored, and Jake is out doing soldier shit in the jungle. And what happens for the inciting incident is that they get a distress signal outside of the map, in which they all go out, and Jake's wife joins. They find a massive lake where the point is, but they can't determine where this point really is. They're on it, but they're in the middle of a lake. And they find a girl who pretty much fucks a fish and then goes into the water with the fish. And they follow her down, in which they find an underwater city pretty much in the lake. And once they discover things there and whatnot, Jake, the main character, can't really go to sleep, and then finds some human prisoners from the previous movie, and shit kind of falls from there. There's a Mission Impossible heist as well, and we're not going to get to the climax, but that's the most of the story.
Much like real life, we won't be getting to the climax at the moment. But Rebecca, we'd like to know: do you have any sort of creative input at this stage? You might want to help us along with the Avatar story. Is there anything you want to see from James Cameron's Avatar 2?
That's a very hard question.
But a vital one, don't you agree?
Maybe just some. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I think
Great.
you've got it all covered.
I think we're doing pretty well. So can we rely on you to join our crew for James Cameron's Avatar 2?
Yes.
Where
Yep.
would you get 800 mil from
I'm
that?
fully in.
The 800 mil.
800 mil. Well, not from her.
Okay, I was going to say.
No, we're going to get 800 mil from James Cameron's production company.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had the option, we've got a couple roles up for grabs. What role would you like to play on James Cameron's Avatar 2? Cast or crew?
I don't know. I mean, what do you think I'm best for?
Well, we do have a part at the moment, a pretty pivotal part, pretty important. We've got a fish. Would you like to play a fish?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. How comfortable are you with being fucked by a blue alien? Go.
Oh god.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's a soul bond. It's a soul bond sort of
we
thing.
just braid your hair a bit and then just weave the hairs together.
Yeah, we're moving away from the fish fucking. Shape of Water really ruined it.
Just make sure you don't cut your hair short before.
Yeah. We're going to have to put in
Better
extensions
win
in.
awards. I mean,
Oh, we will win awards. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Best visual effects. I mean, production design.
Oh, my God. All that.
yeah, sure.
Rebecca, the most important question, though, is how long can you hold your breath for?
Actually, since I have such a small lung capacity, probably about 30 seconds.
Okay.
I can
So-
usually hold my breath until I scream.
Then you would be right.
No, thank you, Rebecca. That was much appreciated.
Thanks for joining the Cinema1one podcast, Rebecca.
Is this actually on your podcast?
Yeah, Christian's filming us.
If Mark ever feels like editing it, sure.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, I'm in fucking quarantine. I've got nothing else to do.
Okay. Cheers to that.
Thanks,
Probably one
Beck.
of the weirdest conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any final words you'd like to say to James Cameron?
Hey, James Cameron, stop being a dick.
Yeah, I told you he's a dick.
I didn't know James Cameron was a dick.
He's a
How come
dick.
everybody knows James Cameron's a dick?
He's a dick. He's got a dick and he is a dick.
He is.
All right, well, James Cameron still give us money to make your fucking movie. Bye, Rebecca.
Bye.
Bye.
Get ready with your Cinema1 thing again, by the way.
Hello.
Hey, Liam, how you doing?
How's it going?
Hey, not bad, man. Hey, I haven't got you a bad time, have I?
No, not at all.
All right, cool. Do you have like 5 minutes to have a
Yeah.
chat? And
Yeah.
I want to make sure you're not busy at all because this will waste 5 minutes of your day.
Oh no. Yeah. No, I'm fine.
Cool,
I'm
great.
good.
So I've just been sort of working with a couple of people on independent film. Wondering if you wanted to come on as crew or cast. We sort of got some open calls. We've been working with a filmmaker in America to produce. Well, I'll just let it out there right now. It's James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cinema1one podcast. My name is Mark Woodridge, and today I'm joined with Christian Rudd and Oscar.
Hey there, Liam. So you have just been caught in a classic Cinema1 prank call. But this call may be a prank, but the opportunity is very real, okay? We're looking for about $800 million from an investor in Hollywood to create James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Oh, you guys are idiots.
Look, Liam, in all seriousness, we've got roles available on the crew side and the cast side. Would you want to come on as maybe someone in the camera department, or would you be looking to play one of these Na'vi?
We do need a lot of fish people, so that's a big
Fish.
role. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
before we get into this, we should run you over the
basic story of it.
the James Cameron's Avatar 2 story.
Yes.
Mark, would you like to take it away for us?
Yes, Oscar. The story begins. First of all, Liam, have you seen Avatar 1?
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
Okay, yeah, neither. So it starts off with Jake, the main character, and his crew. About 6-7 years later, and they're at the old army base, seeking shelter there and whatnot. And they're just doing the basic life, going to the jungle and everything. And Jake's wife, who's actually pregnant, is quite bored.
Neytiri.
Sorry?
Jake's wife, Neytiri.
Neytiri, that's it.
Yep.
the inciting incident, they actually get a signal, a distress signal, in which they go to that location. Once they find that location, it is a massive lake, and they're on top of the point, but they can't find it. They then discover a fish girl, a girl who's green, in which she latches on to a fish, and then goes down into the depths.
Now, you did hear that right, Liam. The fish girl is green this time, not blue.
Yes, they're still blue. Jake's still blue, and the Navi is still blue. But
See, these are the
fish girl
exciting
green.
creative changes we're bringing to James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Yes.
You guys are idiots.
Yeah.
I actually thought that you were offering me a role in one of your 6 minutes, you idiots.
No, this is one of the roles, though. What are you talking about? But pretty much when they get down there, they discovers the fish people who are a bit hostile and a bit we don't know what we're thinking about them. And as Jake goes for a walk, he discovers humans from the previous film have actually been kidnapped and have been tortured, and he's gonna try and find his way out
We
of
didn't
this.
talk about the torture part. I thought that we were not going down that road.
Well, they got to be tortured. You got to see the ball torture, otherwise there's no point.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
You got to see some kind of.
I think we're gonna make this MA actually a bit of nudity.
CGI nudity,
Yeah.
green fish titty nudity.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 tits like in Paul.
So Liam, actually, I've got to ask you. We have 2 roles that I think you would be perfect for. We've got a role
Right.
of a young Na'vi warrior who is friends with the lead character Jake Sully. Now, you do have a couple lines, a couple speaking lines, and you would have some action sequences, but obviously not too upfront. It's not a vital character, but it is a very interesting role. Now, that role is up for offer. You just have to come on and do a screen test. The other offer we have available is one of the fish that gets fucked under the lake. Which would you be more excited for?
I reckon the second. I think the second one, the latter
Oh,
one.
I knew you were all about that wet fish fucking. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
Oh, well, I'm glad you guys are having fun in quarantine.
Yeah, how are you? How are you doing in quarantine, by the way?
I'm good. By the way, can you hear that beeping noise?
No.
No. Hung up.
Hung up the phone.
I was pointing to the phone as well. I was like, we got 10 seconds till 5 minutes, and he just goes, blump.
All right, we need to get Jack on as well. We need to-
Yes, he would love it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, man. I can.
Oh, that's good. Now it's better now.
There we go. Awesome. Headphones are in. All right, let's do it.
No, yeah. I wasn't going to talk about incognito or anything. I was just going to discuss something else I've been working on at the moment.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so me and my friends were just wondering if you wanted to participate in this film, maybe an actor or crew member, whatever you want, on this big production that I'm possibly going to be a part.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah?
What's the idea?
Yeah, the idea is still there. We're in the development phase at the moment, but I'll just say that the title's called, or the title is Avatar 2 by James Cameron.
Hi, welcome to the Cinema1one podcast. My name is Oscar Hannington. I'm joined here today with Chris Rudd, Mark Waldridge,
Hello.
and on the phone, Jack Connell. Thanks very much for joining us, Jack. You have just been reeled in hook, line, and sinker with a classic Cinema1one prank. How do you feel?
Sorry, who's this?
Jack, this is Oscar. Today we're discussing...
No, I do not want to buy a microwave.
Why a microwave?
What about an ironing board? Would that be better?
Scam Likely's on the phone. How do you feel about James Cameron's Avatar 2?
Well, I feel like they just released an image about it like 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't even an image of the CGI. It was just a character image.
So, look, let me open the veil a bit for you, Jack. We have been in Mark's room for the past 2 hours talking about James Cameron's Avatar, and only now have we realized they've released an image from James Cameron's Avatar 2. How did we only just now realize that they've already released a press photo? What the
Here's the best part, though,
Yeah.
is that it's not even of a CGI character; it's of an actress. And I think from the first movie.
An actress from the first movie?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just saw something, and my friends and I were like, "Oh, that's kind of amusing."
Wait, Jack, you have other friends? I thought we were your
Yeah,
friends.
I mean, no one else can see them. It's just me, but I mean, they're still my friends.
Oh, but the voices talk to you in kind words, don't they?
Mm.
So look, Jack, we've been developing Avatar 2, the story, and we're going to be pitching it to James Cameron. Hopefully, he can ditch his idea and take on board ours. We're looking for an initial investment of about $800 million from a certain investors in Hollywood's elite. You know, we're talking Weinstein, we're talking Epstein, we're talking all the Steens. Now, we have certain roles available for you. Actually, Mark, would you want to run over the story quickly?
Yeah, sure. So just quickly, Jack, have you seen Avatar 1?
Oh, of course.
Of course. Good.
He's a man of culture, of
Yeah,
course.
he's a man
he
of
has.
culture, yes. So
Yeah,
just quick.
I love the part when Aang gets freed from the ice.
Oh, yes. Great. So the story we have up at the moment, we're going to pitch to James Cameron. Just quickly, the story begins about 6-7 years after number one, and Jake's wife is actually pregnant. And the inciting incident begins in which they get a distress signal, and they all go out into the jungle to find it. And once they get to the signal, they find out it's in the middle of a lake, and they can't find out where it really is. They find a girl who then latches onto a fish with a soul bonding, and then goes into the water, in which they find a large underwater city. Without spoiling the entire film, we get to the midpoint in which Jake goes for a walk, and then he discovers human prisoners from the previous film who have been tortured, and there's this big Mission Impossible style heist in which he has to get them out.
Is
Now-
Jake being in his avatar form, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
okay.
what do we call him? Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Suli.
Jar Jar Suli.
Jar Jar
Okay.
Suli. Now, we have a couple roles available at the moment. I don't know if you'd want to come on as crew or as cast, but look, I'll just run them down for you at the moment. We have a young Avatar, a young Na'vi. Mark, sorry, what was her character's name?
Navi?
No, the Na'vi.
Natiri? No.
Derek. His name was Derek. So we've got a young Na'vi called Derek who joins Jake Sully's expedition to the lake. Now, he has a couple fight scenes, which might be quite fun for you. He's got a couple lines, not a incredibly vital character, but you do get some pretty decent screen time. Now, that is available for you. We also have, at the moment, which is uncast, a CGI fish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you could either play the Na'vi or one of the fish that gets fucked and soul bonded. Which would you prefer?
Well, let's start with the fish, right?
Sure.
Like, I'm looking to stretch myself creatively.
Oh, we're looking
and
to
I'm
stretch you
looking for
too.
that- And I'm looking at making the next step into this sort of Academy Award qualifying roles.
Of
Would
course.
you say that this fish sort of exceeds the Academy's expectations of a young white man in Hollywood?
Well, Shape of Water did very well at the Academy Awards, I believe.
It sure did,
So
but I
there's
don't think
definitely
the
roles.
fish was nominated.
Definitely roles out there for fish. Definitely nominated worthy roles out there for fish. Can you tell us exactly what sort of creative approach, what you would bring to the character of this fish?
It wouldn't necessarily be a creative approach. It would be more from a egotistical standpoint. I think I
course.
would like to be the first fish ever nominated for an Oscar.
Wow, that's bold. That's a
Just warn you, Jack, if you want to try to be the fish, you will have to shave your entire head.
My entire body as well.
Yes.
I'm down.
Now, because
Good,
it is motion capture and entirely digital, we will have to get a full body render of you. So when we say shave your body, we mean everything, Jack. Are you okay with that?
I mean, I think the question we should be asking is, are the Oscars ready for a CGI fish to win Best Supporting Actor.
I like the sound of that.
I like the sound of that, Jake. Thank you very much for answering this call.
No worries.
Look, we'll get back to you when we have more news about James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Brilliant.
Thank
I
you,
look
Jack.
forward to it.
Thank you, Jack. I'll talk to you later, man.
Later, boys.
Good luck with the Oscars season.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to need it.
Oh, no, we won't, mate.
Catch ya.
Ciao.
Oh.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack, for listening and answering and whatnot.
Thank you for answering. Yeah, cool.
I think that went well. We
think
got another
that went very
fish.
well.
How many fish do we have now?
Everybody wants to be a fish.
That's kind of the only thing you're pitching to them, though.
I pitch a Navi or a fish.
That's true. They did.
You
choose
get
a
to be
fish.
a Navi or you get to be a fish. I'd like to be the fish.
Yeah,
to be
I wouldn't
honest.
mind the whole body shaved.
I'd like that. I couldn't do that though. You know, I'm actually completely shaved from the neck down. Did you? We don't need to get into that here.
Well, I mean, when we have sex, it's really dark.
That's true. We do turn the lights off. That's the only way I can get hard.
By not seeing it.
I think of fish.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for listening to the Cinema1one podcast.
You
My name
ever
is
walk
Mark
through
Woodridge.
Kalis and just get a bone?
Oh my god. Thank you for listening to the Cinema1one podcast. My name is Mark Woodridge. Thank you for Christian and Oscar for joining me on this.
You're very welcome. I've been Oscar Hannington.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to this incredible podcast. I don't know how this probably go for 2 hours, I reckon.
Oh my God, cut it down. Nobody wants to listen to
No, I'm
that
saying
for
it's
2
going to be
hours.
cut down to 2 hours.
Oh, what? Jesus Christ.
I want to watch the fucking movie in the time that you can watch
Yeah.
the podcast.
I know.
We're gonna watch. Let's watch James Cameron's Avatar 1 while listening to James Cameron's Avatar 2 podcast. That should be the title of this. Just James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Pitching James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Done. Thank you guys for listening. My name is Mark Woodridge. Catch you guys next time.